Cowboys 3H Mike RoemerAP Tony Romo in the broadcast booth during the first half of an NFL football game between the Green Bay Packers and the Cincinnati Bengals Sunday, September 24, 2017, in Green Bay, Wisconsin. AP photo Mike Roemer by SportsDayDFW.com. At SportsDayDFW, SportsDay's Ballsy podcast hosts Kevin Sherrington and Barry Horner joined by SportsDay's John McOda to discuss the Cowboys. Here are some of the highlights. Don't miss an episode. Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, or if you're on an Android device through RSS, find the podcast on Stitcher. Here, Sherrington. Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, there's been lots of speculation nationally that Tony Romo can just walk right out of the booth and just walk into the huddle of the Green Bay Packers. What's your take on that, John McOda? I just think that's a terrible fit. He needs a good offensive line and a running game, and they have neither. It's funny covering the Cowboys, but also keeping up with other writers that cover other teams, and there are a lot of Cowboys fans I've seen on social media that feel like they're bit by the injury bug. You look at the Green Bay Packers, and that's a team that is just constantly dealing with injuries. Even before the Rodgers issue, they were rotating. Their offensive line never stayed the same. The Cowboys have had the luxury of, with the exception of switching out Chaz Green and Jonathan Cooper, they have had all their guys healthy up front to try and work this thing in the right direction. The Packers haven't had that luxury at all. One of their running backs wears 88 because they've had to move so many guys around to different positions. I don't see how that's a fit for a guy that's dealt with his own collarbone and back issues to go there and fix Green Bay. That just doesn't seem like the right fit. I understand the being from Wisconsin, that makes sense, and it's the team he grew up watching and idolizing, Brett Favre. But other than the fact to just get his name in a headline, I don't think there should be any truth behind that. And when's the last time he played football? That's a great point. You just can't roll out of the booth onto the field. He would need to get into shape. Besides, he's got the best of the broadcasting world in front of him. Why give that up if he walked out of the booth tomorrow? There's no guarantee there would be a job for him when he wanted to come back. Things happen. Crazy things happen. He'd be insane. But he's playing a game with people. He's like, was that my last pass, Sherrington? But he said that before Rodgers got hurt. Yeah, he said that before Rodgers got hurt, and they had the perfect opportunity to bring it up. Tony, do you want to come back? They were on the air after Rodgers got hurt. McOda, you don't think he'd get another TV job when he's out there predicting the plays before they happen? Everybody loves him. Everybody loves him, but you know what? Somebody prettier, somebody more handsome, somebody more urbane, somebody astute, somebody even better than him can come along, and he would become yesterday's news like that. He'd be crazy. And he doesn't want to, he's not going to. This is all nonsensical. Sherrington, if this had happened before the season started, if this had happened back in August, the first would think there's a possibility he would consider it. Because then he could have gone up there and he could have had training camp and he could have gotten to know these guys. Look, here's the thing. First of all, if Anthony Barr makes that hit on Tony Romo, they're going to have to use a dustpan. What they're saying, if Packers want Tony Romo, they could coax him out of retirement. Yeah, absolutely. He's watching that, he knows that. Sherrington, the second thing is he's in the best possible position right now, not just because he has a great broadcast, but because everybody wants him. Everybody says, Tony, you'd be great, you'd be wonderful up there. If he goes up there and plays poorly, which is entirely possible, or gets hurt, then everybody is going to go, what a disaster that was. Wouldn't you rather want everyone to think, we want you to be there, we think you'd be great? He's playing games with people. Sherrington, but then we see Adam Schefter, who's a former Ballsy podcast guest, and he's tweeting it. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. I am stunned by that. If there was any inclination on anyone's part to do this, if Tony Romo would not be smart enough to say, you know what, no, I'm not doing that, it's very easy to end the speculation. Look, I'm staying at CBS, I'm retired, I'm not coming back. Has he said that? No. Sherrington, I think maybe he doesn't say it because he likes it, and he's also leaving the door open for next year. Are you kidding me? Sherrington, I think he would. McOda, so you guys think in a way that all of his team around Jerry Jones has rubbed off on him? Because there's nothing loves more than his name in the headlines. As long as it's not for anything off-field negative, players getting in trouble. You can rip the Cowboys all you want, but as long as you're talking about them, they're happy, and it sounds like that's what you're saying about Tony Romo.